Oh, hey, good morning, everyone. It's Coach Chris coming at you on Friday, June 20th, 2025. There's been a lot of talk on social media and in the industry that the biggest threat to the prop firm industry is regulation. Look at this prop firm regulate these. This is a search on YouTube, and just look at this video after video. Major changes coming, regulation. How to, so Michael Patak of Top Step has suggested that the prop firm industry do self-regulation, join together, and they can weed out the bad actors in the industry. And that he floated that balloon, and it was shot down by virtually everyone. Every other prop firm owner saying it won't work, and they all had different reasons, obviously, of why not to do it. But I'm making this video to come at this with a little different angle, in the fact that I don't believe that regulation is the biggest threat to the prop firm industry. There's a lot of other bigger threats that are out there. This past week, we saw a company called Thrive, heavily promoted by, the social media influencers, of course. And within just a couple weeks, it just they did a rug pull, and now they've got no money. They sold, I don't know, like 2,000 accounts, and now they're broke. They claim they're going to make some refunds, but it's almost identical to what happened when another prop firm recently did the same thing, and no money was ever returned. In fact, they claim bankruptcy. If you look out there, this is a list of promotions going on, and every month you'll go to this page, and there'll be more and more firms being added on a daily basis. But what I'm proposing is that the biggest threat to online poker is not, to online poker, to the prop firms, is not regulation. It's credit card processing. And the reason for this is the way that online credit card processing works is the credit card company agrees to handle the processing of the credit card, and with the understanding that if the customer is unhappy with the purchase, they can do what's called a chargeback for up to 180 days, which is 6 months. Which means that if that cardholder claims fraud or claims that the company didn't honor its commitment to them, they get their money back. The credit card processing company refunds the buyer the money, and then there's an investigation held, or an investigation goes on, which takes about 30 days, and then they determine whether the merchant, which is the company that you charged on, can keep the money, or the buyer gets the payment back. There's a lot of regulation on that industry by the banking. The banking regulators control that processing, and what will happen is the credit cards can only charge for products and services that are legal and approved by the banking commission. So back in the early 2000s, the online poker industry was going gangbusters. It was unbelievable. There was online poker sites all over the world. And, of course, their main way to bring in money was through credit cards. Well, in 2006, Congress passed an act that no longer allowed for the use of credit cards for online gaming. And all of these sites in one day were immediately killed because what happened is same within the prop firm industry. Yeah, you could deposit with Bitcoin and other methods, but let's face it, if the average person is not going to go out there and buy Bitcoin just to buy a prop firm. Yeah, there's a subset of us that will, that are into the crypto industry, but let's face it, if they don't have the money, which is why they're using their credit card to begin with, right? Most people, or else they'd use a debit card. Most people don't have the funds to buy all of these prop firm accounts. In a way, it's almost like gambling, almost like what the poker industry was. They're gambling that by buying those prop firms and passing them, then they're going to have the money to repay their credit card bill. Well, when that doesn't happen, or they get scammed, what are they going to do? They're going to start issuing credit or chargebacks, rather. Okay? And what's going to happen is that's going to get the attention of the major banks and the major credit card processing companies and say, hey, we've got a problem in this industry right now. And what's going to bring this about is, remember I showed you this page here of these prop firms? What's happening is as these new companies are coming into the market and innovating and bringing new products to the market, they're cannibalizing the older firms. And so the older firms are having to pay more and more in marketing costs to promote themselves to keep that new influx of buyers coming in. Well, at some point, these companies, it's just not going to be a financially viable model for them to continue, especially if they start getting pressed on the credit card processing end of it, where only certain cards will process for them, and some may never. Or what they'll do is the credit card company will say, yeah, you can process credit cards, but we're going to put a hold on that payment for 30 days, 60 days. And so it's going to dramatically reduce the cash coming into them. And if you think this can't happen, it can happen immediately. This happened within just a matter of time. And there was a lot of professional poker players that went, just went out of business. And also, obviously, these, they're mentioning some of the companies here. And it can happen very, very quickly. In fact, if you go, just for an example, if you go to Apex right now, you'll see, and go to make a purchase, there's 3 different slots of credit card processors. None except American Express at this point. And those 3, sometimes they won't, like one of the 3 won't work. That's because those credit cards either have processed the maximum amount that they will allow Apex to deposit, or some just have stopped honoring Apex, because with these fraudsters that are out there, I know they're using fraudulent credit cards to buy these eval accounts. But it's all part of what's going on. So I truly don't believe that regulation is the biggest threat to the prop firm industry. I truly believe that it's going to be the credit card processing end of it, if firms continue to come on that are shady. Okay, which we know is going to happen. Just like it happened to the crypto industry with all the rug pulls that happened there. There's too much money to be made in this prop firm space easily, because people are so desperate to succeed in this industry. They will always go to the newest prop firm, and these new prop firms will offer these huge discounts. They'll offer too good to be true rules. Like Top One Futures recently did, where you only had to make like 5%. It was just, and they've already changed their rules like 5 times since they've been in business less than a month. So keep your eye out for this. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this to me could happen if we continue to see what's happening now in this prop firm industry. So hope everyone has a good weekend. 4th of July is just around the corner and summer is here. So good luck trading, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.